Well, in the recent past several days, we've had tornadoes come through Georgia, and I wanted to go over the National Weather Service what they found with these tornadoes here. And on the right here, you see this map with all the tornadoes that hit between January 10th and March 16th, right? But for today, we're going to focus on the March 12th ones, right? This is when the line of storms came through on March 12th with numerous tornado warnings for central Georgia. We had one touchdown in my area, in Macon and Bibb County, and Forsyth and Marshallville as well here. Here's a path for the Forsyth Tornado. It was an EF1, peak wind 95 miles per hour. So pretty strong storm, not overly strong, but went right through Forsyth here. So not a good thing. You see the damage reports as well in the path here. Here's a northeast Macon County tornado, EF2 damage, just to the west of Camilla Boulevard here, in a small area, right? So I was forecasting, I was live during this time, and I saw that it had dropped, and was really concerned about these people that live in this area here. Here's the path of the North Bibb County tornado that dropped on March 12th as well. It moved generally over Thomaston Road into Munford Road here, just to the south of Stratford Academy, reaching EF1 peak wind of 100 miles an hour. And here's the one that dropped in my area here. Generally dropped just to the west of I-75 in Peach County. Went over highway I-75 here over to Georgia Highway 96 is EF1 with EF1 damage. Right over Highway 96 over Highway 41, and lifted before it was able to cross over Highway 96 again. Peak winds 100 miles per hour with the EF1 damage. And then there was a few weaker tornadoes. One dropped in Dooley County here, EF0, that at a peak wind of 75 miles per hour. A brief spin up here. Doesn't look like a very populated area here, so that's good, but hard to really tell. But it path was 2.5 miles or so. Max width, it was only 100 yards, and lasted about 4 minutes. So not a very impactful tornado, it looks like. All right. Milledgeville, there was another tornado, EF0, that went through the Milledgeville area on the 12th as well. The path length was a little bit longer, and it was a width about 100 yards. Um, I don't know if this was warned or not, but anyway, it looks like it may have done some damage here in downtown Milledgeville. Thankfully, it looks like minor damage here. As we go into Lawrence County, it looks like a tornado dropped here about 8 a.m. With peak wind about 100 miles per hour. Didn't last very long, but you could see it had some pretty extensive damage along GB Lindsay Road here. I'm not sure where that is, but anyway, that's where this was. Here's another tornado that dropped here in Lawrence County as well. Looks like in generally the same area, but still EF0 damage, winds of 80 miles per hour, and did some minor damage here before hard and light between Highway 319 and Georgia Highway 19 South. As we move on to March 16th, this was a well-advertised event here, and we did have several tornado warnings and severe thunderstorm warnings as these storms moved to the east here. You can see by the radar, intense line of storms move through with winds approaching 60 miles per hour in some areas. All right, so very impactful event as well. Here's a path of the DeKalb Tornado number 1. Path length 2.7 miles, EF0, generally from Chapel Hill towards Bramblewood here, with some damage here along Salem Road, right in downtown DeKalb here. And if you go on to the second one, Sunset Village Tornado in Upson County, EF0, estimated peak wind is 78. I'm not sure how they came up with that number. It must have been radar indicated here. With some more minor damage, pretty weak tornado moving from over Barker Spring in Upson County here towards Picard, right? There was another tornado that dropped in Yatesville here in Upson County, another EF0, and most of the tornadoes on the 16th are relatively weak here. But width was only 100 yards, lasts about 6 minutes, path length 1.65 miles. These storms were moving very fast, so their path length was pretty long, even though they were short-lived here. So there was a tornado near my area, our area here in northern Bibb County as well on the 16th. And we saw that on radar. It spun up really quickly here and went through downtown Macon, right over 75 and Highway 23 here, right over Riverside Drive, right near Riverside Drive, and did some damage here in this area, right? So path length 2 miles, max path width 350 yards. So no fatalities or injuries with this one either. So it goes to show you that we can get tornadoes here in Middle Georgia, and we sure did. So, you know, they did get some in southern Georgia as well, which isn't in this this county warning area. So I'm just showing the areas of Middle Georgia and North Georgia here that within the FFC, the Atlanta FFC's area here.